Welcome. Um, yeah, dude, I am about to freaking crash out right now. I had to get on stream so that I could keep my cool and compose myself and just talk about crap because otherwise I will crash the frick out. So I went to go watch the Odyssey last night, and let me say, an amazing movie, amazing piece of film. Loved every single minute of it. And people are saying that it is Christopher Nolan's worst film right now. I disagree completely. And it's starting to make me so mad. They're like, yeah, I've seen comments and stuff, and it's like, um, it made Disney Snow White look like a documentary, and all this just crap about it. This girl, on Instagram said, "Don't watch it. Don't waste your money. The only reason that Nolan has fans is because of the Batman movies." Obviously, she has no clue what the heck she's talking about. Because the Odyssey was a fantastic movie. The only reason that the people are saying that it's a bad movie is because they made the armor look different. Like the armor didn't look like black like that back then. And Christopher Nolan gave his honest response and why he did that. And he said, actually, it could have looked like that. It could have looked like that. And the reason I made it look darker was because it was bronze. That was the Bronze Age, and bronze was darker than bronze looked darker back then, is what he thinks. So valid reasons for that, and I totally agree with the decision to make the armor look darker. But people are giving him crap and saying that, oh, it's a terrible movie. Terrible movie. I enjoyed every single minute of it. 2 hours and 55 minutes. I enjoyed every single minute of it. It was great. I wish it was 3 hours, 3 hours and 20 minutes long or whatever. A little longer, like up to past the 3 hour mark. Um, Fantastic movie. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna spoil it for people who haven't seen it. Uh, but and then it just makes me so mad because whenever people say, um, sorry, when people say um, Christopher Nolan doesn't know how to, he never read the book, and like he just ruined the whole thing. Like, this is a disgrace to Greeks and all this crap. Well, how about you direct the movie? How about you direct the movie? If it's so bad, then go make a new one. Go make a new one. Why haven't it's probably gonna let me see how much it's made since it came out. It came out Thursday. Came out Thursday. Let me see how much it's made. Uh Odyssey. Oh, Odyssey. I can't type right now. Box office. It has made the debut of the movie made $264 million worldwide. Tell me how that's a flop. Tell me how that movie is so terrible that it made $260 million worldwide the opening night. And it's not just because it's a Nolan film. It's not just because it's a Christopher Nolan film or that it's about the Odyssey. It's because it's a fantastic freaking movie. This is what AI overview, the Google AI says. Director Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey debuted with a massive $264.1 million worldwide in its opening weekend. The film brought in an estimated $124.5 million in the US and Canada, marking Nolan's biggest domestic opening of his career. The biggest opening domestically, so US and Canada, in his freaking career. Tell me how that is a terrible movie. Tell me how that's a terrible movie. Why? Because all of them speak in an American accent, a Western accent. That's BS. That is a BS reason to say, oh, that's a terrible movie. Tom Holland says dad and mom in the movie. Who gives a crap? Who gives a crap? Okay? I mean, if you're really complaining, then if you're complaining about that, then start complaining why they're not speaking Greek. If you really want to be that petty, ask and complain, why aren't they speaking Greek? Why don't they have accents? Well, because if they're not speaking Greek, they can speak in a British, Australian, any accent they really want because they're not speaking in Greek. Just because it's a Greek movie, I mean, obviously you want realism, right? Most of the time. So you would rather them have a Greek accent or a Eastern accent. But that's not what they did. And I am glad they did not do that. Because then it really would have ruined the movie for most people. Most people are just glad that Christopher Nolan made, a movie about the Odyssey. I'm thrilled. I had to read part of it in my literature class. And it made me understand the whole poem or a part of what I read, the last part, so much more, which made me enjoy the movie more because I knew what the frick was going on. And so if people in general think that, oh, Christopher Nolan should stop me, like this is the end of Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan's movies are going to die after this. Like, he is just a terrible person. Now, some of his cast, like, I may disagree with. But after watching the movie, I don't give a flying crap. I don't care. I don't care who he casts now. I don't care. I don't care cuz it made the movie. It made the movie. Everybody in the film did a fantastic job. He hired A-list actors to be in this film. And they did their job. They did an amazing job. If you disagree with his selections and what he did with the movie, go talk to him about it. Email him, DM him, do something. Do something. But his mind's not going to change because he's happy with what he did. I'm happy with what he did. And if you're not happy with that, then don't watch a Nolan film ever again. Go watch classic movies. That's where you're going to be happy if you constantly hate on this film and say that, oh, the only reason Christopher Nolan has fans is because, the Batman movies. Yeah, but that didn't get him on the charts. I mean, it did, but he's made films prior that did phenomenal. Here, let me see. Let me see the movies that he's made in order. Okay? Let me see because trust me. Okay. Do you know what put him on the map? Do you know what put him on the map? He's made a lot of movies, guys. He's made a ton of movies. Memento. If you haven't seen that film, go watch it. Go watch it. It is a it's a mind movie. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to give you the thesis or the breakdown of it because then you're not going to watch it. Don't look it up. Don't watch the trailer. Just go watch the movie. Go watch the movie. This movie put Nolan on the map, and maybe a couple others before this. This movie came out in 2000. And then you know what else put him on the map? Insomnia. Insomnia put him on the charts. Okay? Fantastic movie. Wonderful movie. Wonderfully made. This movie put him on there. And then, yeah, Batman Begins in 2005. Okay, that did it for him. That sealed him. Sealed him as one of the greatest directors, maybe even the greatest director in cinema. Okay, Spielberg, love Spielberg's movies. Spielberg first bad movie was Disclosure Day. That was his first bad movie. So if you say, yeah, Christopher Nolan's done. No. No, actually, he hasn't been done and he will never be done with filming. He just won't. And I've been ranting about this for almost 15 minutes. So if you don't like Christopher Nolan, that's fine. I don't care. But you have to have a valid reason to not like his movies. You have to. And it can't be just because of the cast. I thought I was, I literally said, I saw the cast. I was like, okay, I don't really agree with it with some of the people, but it doesn't matter if I agree with it or not. He doesn't know me, and I don't know him. So why does it matter? Why does it matter? Obviously, I can give him feedback. It gives feedback, but he set a record for himself. Okay, he set a record for himself. A record with this movie that people were like, "Oh, this is gonna die. That this movie's terrible." If it's so bad, no, no, no. I've said this before. If it's so bad, why did he set a record for his movies for himself? He broke a record for himself. I mean, if people hating on this movie and saying that, oh, it's don't waste your money, don't waste your money. It's a terrible movie. He ruined it. He could at least read the book, the poem, or whatever, listen to an audiobook. Yeah, he could have. And I'm pretty sure he read most of it. I'm sure he read it when he was in school. I'm sure he did. Okay. But don't ever say that again. People who have said this and hated on it, don't say it ever again whenever a movie sets a record for the director. When a movie sets a record for the director, don't dare say, "Oh, this movie was terrible." The only reason that this director has fans still is because of these 3 movies that he made. This one movie that he made. That's insane. That doesn't make any sense. That does not make any sense to do that. You can dislike it for all I care. For all I care, dislike it. Dislike it. I don't care. But don't go on the internet and say, "Oh, this movie was terrible. Don't waste your money." When it sets a record for the director. I mean, come on. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. It really doesn't. So, I know nobody's watching this right now, and that's fine because I needed to come on here and just say this. So, um, and maybe it'll go viral. I doubt it will. I doubt it will. If it does, great. I am happy that it does because I want people to hear what I have to say. which is why I'm on here, which is why I stream and just rant about crap like this. Because I want people to know what I have to think about this because maybe it will change their mind too. Maybe they'll realize, oh crap, well, I'm an idiot for, saying that this movie sucks. But it set a record, so why does it suck? I don't know. Because of the cast? Because he didn't read the book? Because he changed the color of the armor? Like, that's stupid. That's stupid. Literally, the girl that I just watched a reel on complaining about the movie, saying don't waste your money, like, it's terrible. Like, the only reason Nolan has fans is because of the Batman movies, which that's not true. That's not true at all. Interstellar, Inception, Tenet, Oppenheimer, Memento, Insomnia. I can go on. I can go on. I can read out a list right now of movies that, you know, made Nolan and why he will go down as the greatest director ever. Okay, Spielberg, whatever. He's made phenomenal films. He's made record-breaking films. Okay? I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that he's a good director. He's a fantastic director. Fantastic. But Christopher Nolan will go down in history as the greatest director in cinema. That's just fact. That is fact. Now, has he made as many popular movies as Spielberg? No, because he's a newer director. I think Nolan started filming or started making movies in the mid 90s, early to mid 90s. Spielberg's been around since, 75, since he made Jaws. I mean, you can't compare that. Right now, you can't. But whenever Nolan makes the same amount of films as Spielberg does, or as many popular films as Spielberg does, then we can look at the stats and see which one grossed more. Which one made more money? And then not the amount of movies it took for Nolan to get as many popular and hits as Spielberg, but which ones grossed more? How many grossed more than the other? It is what you really look at. So, I mean, it's just crazy. I hate it whenever people don't know what the frick they're talking about. And you can even say, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't study movies. I love movies. That's why, like, I can't go without a movie. Okay, if movies didn't exist, I wouldn't be who I am. That makes sense. Okay, most people wouldn't. If music didn't exist, I don't know who I would be. Movies, same thing. Don't know who I would be. Definitely wouldn't be on here. Would not be on here right now. Okay, with the one viewer, which is me. Uh, and maybe the 10 people that see this total, which is fine, because that's 10 people that want to hear what I have to say. They may not agree with me. People, you don't have to agree with somebody. You don't have to. I'm not saying that you have to agree with me or I have to agree with the other person. I'm just saying look at the facts before you say crap. And I'm sure that girl looked at some facts, Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes, that's not what you look at. That's not what you look at because all the critics, all the people who hate this movie go there. So, if you want to look at facts, real non-biased facts, look it up. Don't go to Rotten Tomatoes. Look it up. Just look it up. How much money it made, how much he spent. It was a $250 million production, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was 250. And he made, yeah, he made profit. He made profit. Yep, 250. So I have nothing else to say about it. I've been talking about this for 20 minutes. Have nothing else to say. So I encourage everybody to go watch a Nolan film tonight. Not necessarily the Odyssey. I would go see it if you haven't seen it. But if you've seen it, go watch a Christopher Nolan film tonight. Invite friends over. You're gonna have a wonderful time. I mean, you always do. I mean, it's filmed. Oh my, it's just, it's magic. It's watching like magic happen. Watching a Nolan film is magic. I mean, you feel like you're in the movie. It's like watching a Denzel movie. It's like it's cinema. That's what true cinema is a Nolan film. So go watch a Nolan film tonight. And then if you don't like it, ask yourself why. Ask yourself why. And it better not be because of the costumes. It better because the script. It didn't make sense. I didn't like it. Then watch it again. Look it up. Look up what the movie is about. Help it make sense to you. And then rewatch it. And then you'll understand. That's all. That's all it is. That's all you have to do. It'll take 4 hours. Watching the movie 2.5 to 45. And then asking yourself will probably take 5 minutes. And then looking it up to help you understand it more. Yeah, it's going to take you a little bit. But to help you understand more about Christopher Nolan, watch his movies. Just watch him. You'll see a trend. You'll see a trend. So Christopher Nolan, his movies, dude, they're gonna freaking skyrocket out of here in the next few years. They're already gone. I mean, they're going to the sun. Honestly, they're going to the sun because every movie that he's made in the past 15, 16 years have been wonderful, wonderful movies. I'd say the past 20, 26 years, ever since Memento came out in 2000. Wonderful. They've been wonderful movies. And you can't say they haven't. You can't say they haven't. Memento, Insomnia, the Batman trilogy. Uh, what? Interstellar, Inception, Shutter Island. Like, come on. There's just so many. Tenet, Oppenheimer, and now the Odyssey. Go find me a movie that bombed in the box office. They didn't do great of Christopher Nolan's. And if it's some movie that was one of his first movies back in the 90s, and then that's not valid. I mean, like recent, let's say after Memento, after the Dark Knight trilogy. So from like 2010 to now to 2010 to 2026, you have 16 years. 16 years to find of history, of Nolan movie history, to find me a movie that bombed at the box office. And it has not done great. Okay? That's plenty of space to work with. If you can't find one, then you can't complain about this one because this movie that just came out is wonderful. It's just a wonderful movie. You can disagree with the people that are in the cast. That's fine. That's fine. But don't let it ruin the movie for you. Which is why I think most people hate it. So, this will be up on YouTube. YouTube audience. Love y'all. Maybe somebody will see this. Maybe so. If you do, share it. So you can find an old movie and disagree with me. Love talking about this stuff. So,